This is Adira K. Harper. She is my niece, my brother's daughter. Look at the things she has planned for the next, month, next couple of months. They do not plan on ever telling the truth. I've been going around in circles for 6 years trying to force these people to tell the truth. They just go out and party. They're not going to tell the truth unless someone forces them to tell the truth. I mean, Dale Earnhardt knows he's alive. His son Dale Jr. knows he's alive. They won't tell the truth. Nobody tell the truth. What does it take to make somebody stand up and say, stop torturing this man and let him live his life? Um, who are they protecting? The criminals. They're protecting the criminals who did this to me. Um, in fact, on April 9th, 2022, right after Intel Corporation had the Carter County Police arrest me to cover up the crimes that they had all committed against me, Drake and Derek K moved him right next door, right over there, so they can monitor me, keep track on me, and report back to the Carter County Police, most likely, because that's what they do. They plant people within your family and within the corporations of which you work for. They do. Like Michael Eckert is really Chris Blunt from Ardmore, Oklahoma. I didn't realize who he was. His name is really Chris Blunt. He was pretending to be an engineering director at Motorola Mobility from the year 2006 to the year 2012. I've seen him multiple times since then. He even showed up in the Murray County Jail calling himself Chris Blunt, and he beat somebody down in that jail. So, man, you don't mess with him. Stay away from him. But the crazy thing is I didn't realize who he was until I saw him again at the Amarillo, Texas bus station when I was heading to Denver, Colorado to report the crimes to the police in Denver, Colorado. He looked like Michael Eckert because his hair was grown out, but he looked at me mean. That was Chris Blunt. That's how he looked at me in that jail cell in Murray County. That's when I realized people are using fake names against me everywhere I go. I have no idea who people are because they use fake names that change their appearance. It's hard to recognize people who go in disguise on the highway so that they can oppress me and cover up the crimes of the Carter County, Oklahoma police. Who are these people protecting? That's in the next few parts of this video. I remember around the year 1989, I saw something like this on TV. And Tommy Duncan looked at me and goes, I know what you're thinking, Brad. It's not me. I know what you're thinking. I was like, but you just came back from Detroit. It was a police convention or something like that. He goes, I know what you're thinking, Brett. It's not me. But I heard somebody came and talked to you, too. I can't remember everything that happened because you guys know how to use hypnotism and stuff like that. But I remember that incident where you kept saying, I know what you're thinking, Brett. It's not me. I know what you're thinking. It's not me. Well, it kind of looks like, similar to you, but I remember somebody saying something like, you just happen to end up in the same bar with this guy, and all of a sudden this thing happened. So I don't know the truth to it, but I think someone wants to talk to you about that. Tommy Duncan is probably the same cop who came down here to ask you questions about it, around 1989.
If you were to ask any of the guilty parties who raped April Hawley, it would say, I don't know anything about what you're talking about. If you were to ask any of the guilty parties who raped Michelle Smith, they would say, I don't know anything about what you are talking about. If you were to ask the guilty parties who raped Kelly Miller, they would say, I don't know anything about what you are talking about. If you were to ask any of the guilty parties who raped Lee Trent or had anything to do with her being raped, they'd say, I don't know anything about what you're talking about. If you were to ask any of the engineers who attempted to rape Han Wong at a post office in Austin, Texas, they'd say, I don't know nothing about what you're talking about. Right, Bill Bartol. If you were to ask any of the people who sacrificed Brett Finnerty, me, through hypnotism and faking deaths and torture, none of the guilty parties will ever tell the truth because they don't want to go to jail for what they have done.
Look around, wonder why we can live a life that's never seen.
really did go into 9 state capitals to report the crimes of your Oklahoma and Texas police to the lawmakers, governors, police officers, sheriffs, anybody inside those state capitals, 9 state capitals. I really did go to Washington, D.C. and report the crimes that your Oklahoma and Texas police and your Carter County, Oklahoma police have, and Indale Corporation has committed against me, my ex-wife, Han Wong Lee Trin, and her family. You really are under investigation. You can't hide it. Too many people have faked their deaths. Too many people are involved. You might want to just start telling the truth before you incriminate your grandchildren and go to prison with you. Have a good day, Carter County Police.